In the age of ignorance, the internet was unformed, shrouded by stale memes. A place of hilarious animators, decency, and everlasting original content. But then there was an algorithm. And with an algorithm came competition, money, and quality, success, and failure, and of course, saturation and originality. From the algorithm they came and found the channels of legends. PewDiePie, the Let's Play monopolist. The Brothers of Fine and their reactors. Jake Paul, the Lord of YouTube, and his faithful fanbase of children. And the furtive Vsauce, so easily forgotten.
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. Where are your fingers?
With the strength of legends, they challenged the original content creators. Jake Paul's mighty brother peeled sub-accounts apart. The Brothers of Fine weaved great reaction videos to garner in the most attention. PewDiePie unleashed his monopoly of screaming in video games. His channel awesome betrayed his own, and originality was no more. Thus began the age of algorithm. But soon the algorithm will change, and only saturation will remain. Even now, there are only few lingering in their goals. And content creators do not see originality, but only endless saturation. And amongst the original creators that are seen, carriers of the accursed Google Plus sign. Hello there, chosen undead, irrelevant cringe YouTuber, here to ask you one question. Do you know how to Dark Souls? No matter what your answer is, educating you is my job here today. The best way to begin educating you on the dark world of Dark Souls is showing you my professional skills at the game. Shall we commence?
No. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
What's up, guys? Low quality meta piece of shit here, back at you with a professional Dark Souls Let's Play. And you may have noticed I'm using the Grass Crest Shield, a Zweihander, and a Father Mask. And I may or may not have purchased, you know, the Giant's armor at some point down the road. But, you know, you know, when you look in the main menu, it actually kills you. Alright, so you saw I took fall damage. Now, that's the goal here, because you want to make your enemy think that you're going to be defeated. But watch as I go up to this guy naked with a giant sword and rape him. Now, I know what you're thinking. Now fuck off. Now Paladin Leroy doesn't expect this back attack. Now, I could just send him to Ash Lake right now, but I'm just gonna... Yeah, alright. Paladin Leroy? More like Paladin shitty at this game. Hey, look, a summon sign. You could say that this boss is a little... bone dry.
Well, now what?
You know what? I can fight him by myself. Don't worry about me. I can do this by myself. Uh-oh. Alright guys, so I'm actually dying very bad. It's just a hunch anyway. I think he landed a hit. It's funny. You're actually supposed to die for this boss. And look at that. How do you beat Dark Souls? Ya be me. Sorry guys, but I'm afraid Papa Nito is now not my Papa Nito.
Get the fuck out of here.
Centipede demon? So easy to fucking dodge. Get the fuck out of here. You're So I'm currently getting my ass.
Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go.
Uh-oh. What the fuck was that move? Literally back against the wall. What the fuck? What is this game? Jeez, what the fuck is he doing?
Fuck you! You drive like my fucking grandmother, you know that? What the fuck? Oh, what a fucking disappointment.
Don't you touch that, don't you touch that. Why you gotta touch that goddamn fuck?
You don't bother, are you? You're cooking in a burnt pan, you fucking dick! Where's the lamb sauce? Where's the lamb sauce?
Fuck off you fat, useless sack of fucking Yankee danky doodle shite.
For a little bit of passion to why the fuck you're a chef. So why don't you fuck off back to France?
Well, that was my qualifying footage. How'd I do, Artorias?
Hi.
Fuck off you fat, useless sack of fucking Yankee danky doodle.
You're not the man I thought you were.
Meet a dad.
Now that I've shown you my set of skills, it is time for me to spread the different parts of this wonderful game. Let's start off with movement. Movement is a key in Farquaad Souls. Jumping is pretty simple. Read the message that one dickhead placed and either roll, jump, or walk off that cliff as he told you to. Of course, you must use select A, B, and control stick functions / buttons to do such a thing. It is important to listen to others for advice and rate them on it, considering it boosts morale and gives free, luscious Estus. Dodging is a key concept of movement. If you decide to be a Gohan,
Piccolo will be so
then you may as well give up and go back to Call of Pander duty, because you always need to dodge, kiddo. Never inflict damage on the boss, because your speed will simply make them die. See, what did I tell you? Next is combat. Basic combat involves your baby-ass swing and your steroid swing. Make sure you hit the Y button to toggle that delicious two-handed combat. A real man knows how to take a hit and keep drinking. You know, speaking of drinking, your Estus flask is now your family's genetic alcoholism coursing through you. Drink that even if you feel as if you have a sniffle or any injury. Anyway, make sure you're using a controller because, well, you'll lose the game if you use a keyboard, so Blocking attacks is the second most important feature of any proud knight. Just do yourself a favor and make your endurance 900 so you can block anything. This is a precautionary measure in case you miss the chance to roll when an enemy's coming after you. Make Artorias squirm in that abyss-filled armor of his. Don't parry. It's not dodging or blocking, therefore it is forbidden. However, if you do not attack, it's okay. If the enemy is dead, it cannot live with the fact that it died to some kid living at home just playing video games. Want to be a cheap piece of crap? Simply go behind an enemy and engulf them in your weapon. Now we must discuss what the best gear is.
I am Solaire of Astora.
Now, what you've seen in the gameplay is the almost meta set. What you gotta get is the Nazi sword, the Mask of Daddy, the shield carved out of Sif's brother's feces, the ring of a guy using the dragon's dick weapon, and the armor of a thick boy. Of course you don't have to wear the armor if you want to be a slippery snake. Make sure you also nab that ninja ring from the ninja dickhead. It's important for doing sick backflips. Or front flips. On the other hand, you could actually do something complicated and make a build of your choice, such as a strength build focused on pure, thick muscle. Or a dexterity build focused on sonic speed swings. You could do a magic build focused on gay shit, etc, etc. The world is your oyster if you decide against the typical PvP strategies. Speaking of which... With the prior section in mind, pretty much abuse tips and metas to abuse soul level 1 through 30 players for your own sadistic amusement. Of course, I am dumb as hell and don't have a clue on how to abuse anything to get to soul level 1 through 30 players easily, but hey, it doesn't stop other assholes from pushing my shit in. However, if you're being attacked, run like a bitch or Alt F4 out of there so you don't lose anything, because being a bitch is the man's way out of a lag-compensated battle. When it comes to invading an enemy, make sure you have full confidence and haphazardly use meta techniques. They might just fail, kiddo. Or, on a rare occasion, it fucking worked! Oh my god! I actually oh my god! I killed a dude! Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh, no. No, I still died. These are the toughest enemies in the game. Well, kinda the toughest enemies in the game. These bad boys, most of them, will give you the beating of your life, except maybe, you know, that asshole I just showed a few seconds ago. Your main goal is to journey to the land and kill every last bastard that has a large health bar on your screen. Go back in fucking time if you have to and whip Artorias into shape. Yeah, Artorias, I'm after you, you Gordon Ramsay motherfucker. Make sure you triumph, because, after all, without triumph, there is no game. It's just masochism. Dark Souls is not necessarily one of those games that I can pick apart in terms of the mechanics for you. I mean, I have, but it's not like TF2 where there's multiple classes and... It's just a little bit of a different thing. But I'll give you the simple answer. You want to know how to Dark Souls? Here's how. Get good. Well, now that I got that comedic shit out of the way, it's time for seriousness. I know the transition's a little sloppy, but I wanted to express my feelings about the game and the ending boss of the game. I have a lot to say emotionally about it, and it gets a little personal. But to me, that's what Dark Souls is about. Without rambling, if that does not interest you, well, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this fun little project. Despite the stupidity it may have provided. I mean, ear rape. That's a funny meme, right? I do apologize it took so long to get a video on the grid. It's just, you know, it's been a busy life. What can I say? You know? Anyway, let's get to Gwyn. the Lord of Cinder, and the meaning of Dark Souls to me. So throughout my experiences in this game, the bosses have truly shined a light on myself as a person. So much rage, complaining, and eventual triumph. However, in this recent playthrough, I noticed something when fighting Gwyn. Usually I was absolutely fantastic at fighting him, but I mean, I died at least 20 times, and I never, like, even on my first playthrough, I didn't die that much. In my head, my irritation was at an all-time high, simply because of the walk it took to get there. But despite all that, the boss fight always reminds me that nothing matters. Nothing ever will. When I walk into that boss gate and the piano fades in, it's not supposed to be an epic final battle like, yes, I'm the good guy and I did it. It's a melancholy reminder of the struggle, the positivity, every bit of life, in a sense. But it's to remind you that, in the end, life is a tragedy within itself. You're born, but doomed from the start. And while it is great that you conquered all odds in the so-called hardest game ever, it's rather sad and negative still. No matter what choice you make in the game, the world is always doomed in the game. Your life is limited. Nothing really does matter, but things matter in the present to you. In the game, you can choose to light the fire, or become the Dark Lord, bring the Age of Darkness. But then what? There are so many other chosen undeads that can succeed you, or Gwyn, for that matter. In life, you have a choice. Be good, be evil, which one is good and which one is evil. It's a matter of perspective. Not only that, but in terms of rage, Dark Souls literally does what the title suggests. It digs into the darkest part of you and rips out the inner rage within your soul. I know that I've dug up some demons from my past. Dark Souls, to me, helps those who are lost find a bit of their purpose. Without purpose, you go hollow in Dark Souls. In real life, you essentially die if you lose your purpose, whether it be physically or figuratively. While in media such as Rick and Morty, life is essentially described as pointless. It feels more like a self-awareness complex within the show, rather than a thematic at times, like, oh look, we are a dark TV show, rather than actually having more meaning. You have friends, family, and yourself. In the end, though, what do you have? There is nothing, yet everything somehow. A perfect balance of what exists and what doesn't. Dark Souls is a journey through life of despair, triumph, and conclusion. You may have slayed every boss, every enemy, and found every cool item, but your life was a photograph in terms of the Dark Souls timeline. When everyone is dead, no one will remember you, nor will you remember them, since you're the everyone. Just as the chosen undead is simply part of a flame, and nothing more.